Hi, I'm CJ and this is my RC channel. In this video, I'm going to be driving my DBX-07 on some nice snow. It just came in last night and I couldn't resist getting out for some fun. So let's see how it does. You can barely see it, it's like a snowplow. Wow, this is some really fluffy snow. This would be great skiing snow if it was See, if these diffs were tighter, this would be a lot better. But it's fun. Let's take it over here to the big parking lot. Ah, looks like they've done a lot of cleaning. Damn. One of the suspension arms collapsed. One of the shocks is totally busted. How did that happen? Okay. Well, that's that. So, this is what happened. Somehow, the shock shaft sheared right where the threads begin, or shortly after the threads begin. And if you look at the metal closely, you can kind of see that it looks a little grainy, like cheap metal. Usually you don't get that from steel. You'd get a smoother, shinier surface. It's not pot metal like the really sandy looking stuff, but it's not the highest quality steel. In any event, I have not seen any place that I can buy these shock absorbers either individually or as a set. So what I'm going to do is, since these springs are the same diameter as most 1/8 scale buggy or truggy, either for electric or fueled off-road race cars, I'm going to get a set of shocks from one of the 1/8 scale cars. Now, I'm going to be using an eBay source that I've purchased several sets of shocks from in the past. I've always gotten good results from them. When they say the kit's new, it's new. When they say it's used, it's used. As I said, very reliable, and you get what you pay for. The prices are reasonable. So I'm going to just toss all 4 of these shock absorbers, and or at the very least the rears. Somewhere along the way, the rear dog bone also escaped. And I say escaped because it's not immediately obvious how it could have come detached. It had to shear itself. The camber link did not disconnect. The camber links on these cars are captured ball links. In other words, they have an arm on either side with a hole on either side, so that there's 2 pieces or uprights on either side here with a pin going through. So these can't just pop off like a normal plastic ball joint. It would have to break the screw or break the connection somehow, you know, broken turnbuckle, something. That did not happen. The camber link is still completely intact, and all things being equal, everything is adjusted correctly as far as rear toe in, toe out, etc. Those dog bones are very tight. There's not a lot of room. They don't have a lot of left and right play in them. And so I am guessing that that whatever caused this was probably related to a failure of the dog bone that then, when it snapped, impacted against the side of the shock absorber or against the shaft here, either the body or and caused that to fail. So I'm not 100% sure. I did have one small impact there where the car ran into one of the benches, but I couldn't really see how it impacted because the car was enveloped in a cloud of snow and flying powder. So I don't know, I can't speak to that that impact and how hard it was. It didn't seem like it was that big a deal. But anyway, I'm gonna have to see if I can source up a new dog bone. Obviously I'm missing a spring, and I'll get a new pair of springs when I replace the shock absorbers, but that may not be sufficient weight for this kit, so I may need to do some experimenting to get the right balance. But I will let you know which parts I buy and what spring rates I'm using, things of that nature, and we'll go from there. I did get a few parts in for this car and for my DBX-10. If you recall, I had a wheel fly off on me. I lost one of these wheel nuts, and so I went ahead and bought some other wheel nuts just because I knew I could get these very quickly. and I ordered these on the slow boat from China, and they finally came in. Also, for the DBX-10, if you recall, I broke a front end A-arm, and I thought I would go ahead and try the aluminum ones. They come with hardware, so I'm going to try these, and because if you recall, I replaced the aluminum C-hubs and steering knuckles with aluminum parts, and so the only weak spot left in that front end assembly is the A-arms, and I had a jump go very badly, and I slowed it down for you. You can go back and find it. It's pretty impressive, impressively bad, where the car literally landed on its front wheel with the front wheel turned slightly to one side, and it just wrecked that A-arm. There was no chance of survival. So this will be the last weak spot in that front end. It should be pretty bulletproof, short of bending things. So we'll see how that goes. I'll be putting these in, and I'm hoping we're going to get some more snow in the next day or so, and I'll take the DBX-10 out. I won't have parts for the 07 probably for a week or two, but I will get those and put that together. If you're curious, I'm looking at two different cars, or the shocks from two different manufacturers. Both of them are off of Truggies. Now I'm going with Truggy versus Buggy because Truggies tend to be a little bit larger in the 7th scale, or excuse me, 8th scale versus the Buggies. And so it's possible that the shocks have a little more throw, a little more length to them, travel. And so that's why I'm going to go with Truggy shocks, and we'll see where that goes. But in any event, it's looking at around $95 to $83 for the front and rear shocks as a set, all four, which is really nice. That's a very good price. There's a third option, which is the Losi shocks, but those are in the realm of $156 for four, and I think what we're really paying for at that point is the name brand. Losi does some really nice product, but both of these other cars are also, you know, big name. They have big racing efforts with sponsored drivers, and they make very good cars. So it's not like I'm skimping, but there is a big price difference because of the name. So in any event, I'll cover all of that down the road.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click like and please subscribe to my channel. If you click the bell icon, you'll receive notifications every time I launch a new video. Thank you for watching.